Yo, 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 yo. What's going on, social media world? It's your boy Sincere, J Red, Flatbush, Brooklyn. Come on, y'all already know. Welcome to the page. Like and subscribe. If you're already a subscriber, I appreciate you. Thank you. Because you could be doing anything with your time right now. It's a little 15, 20 minutes I'm about to get into. Just expressing my opinion, my morals, my values, my standards, whatever it is that I choose to talk about today. And you sitting here listening to me, it really means a lot to me. And I'm grateful. I hope you get something out of it. And if it don't apply, let it fly. You can always share forward, send it to somebody who it does apply to, or maybe that person could send it to. And sometimes we just need to hear the right things at the right time sometimes, because we never really know what the next individual is going through. We only know what we're going through and people close around us in our circle, our family, who decide to open up and tell us what's going on. So appreciate you. Send that message, pay attention. It's good content. I appreciate you. So I also want to say, you could always leave comments, or you could hit me up on Instagram, DM me. If you got certain topics you want me to talk about, you want me to build on certain topics, maybe you and a significant other, you keep coming at them a certain way. And sometimes I notice a lot in relationships, when it's coming from our significant other, it doesn't hit as effectively as if it was coming from someone that we probably have, I don't want to use the word and say more respect for, but just that unemotional attachment. You get what I'm saying? Because when you're with your significant other, depending on how long you guys were together, you guys seen each other in your good and bad, confused, all different types of states. You know what I mean? So you've seen them when they were right. You've seen them when they were wrong. You've seen them when they were off. You've seen them when they spazzed. You've seen them when they looked like they was losing their mind or whatever. So for whatever reason, sometimes it hits different when you hear from somebody else. So I say all that to say this: if you have certain things you guys would like me to talk about, whether it's about relationships, whether it's about, awareness, whether it's about whatever, DM me, leave a comment, let me know. I'll be glad to talk about it. More than happy to talk about it, because you might not be the only person with that same view or that same confusion. It might be plenty. You remember back in the day when you was in class, when you was a little kid, and the teacher would say, there's no stupid questions, because sometimes half the class got the same question, but nobody at that fear of being laughed at or sounding stupid or whatever is going through that individual child's head stops them from raising their hand and asking the question, even though I'm pretty sure most of their peers got the same question. So we're adults now, let's do things different. So the reason why I brought that up, because a friend was telling me about a situation that their homegirl was on a dating app and they met a dude on the dating app. Now, I just want to say, I'm for dating apps. I think dating apps are very, it works. You know what I'm saying? We have to get in the habit, social media world, of doing what works, not doing what you're used to doing, not doing what you feel comfortable doing, not doing what you like doing, not doing. You gotta do what works. I see people stay stagnant and not grow because they're so stuck on how they was doing something for the last 15, 20 years. There might be a better way to do it. Or maybe what you're doing is not even right. And sometimes it's not a right or wrong situation, but let's get in the habit of doing what works. Come on, we gotta grow. If what you was doing the last 20 years was so effective, I'm not saying it's not, but I'm pretty sure you have some complaints and some adjustments you would like. And clearly, it's not going to happen because it didn't happen the last 5 years, the last 10 years that you've been doing the exact same thing. It might have, notched up in certain areas, like maybe your career, maybe the gym, maybe finances. I don't know. Only you know. But let's get into the habit of doing what works. So back to the whole dating app. I support the dating app from a woman's perspective. I feel like, it gives them more breathing room. The guy's not in their face and it's not too physical. So she could be more blunt and, ghost somebody and not really be doing it because this person's in your face and you don't want to hurt their feelings. And also, I feel like it's kind of like shopping. You know what I'm saying? Why not? The more avenues you have to excel. So I'm not saying just because you go on a dating app, eliminate traditional ways of meeting people. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's through a mutual friend, whether it's through, I don't really suggest the co-worker situation, but maybe it's a job situation. Maybe it's, I don't know, you try to speak to somebody on the street. I don't really know how that goes lately nowadays, if people actually still do that or if that is still effective. And I'm pretty sure the ones who's effective, the ones who's exceeding at talking to people on the street is probably, and this is my assumption, is probably the men with who's flossing a lot of money or a lot of material possessions that they know will catch a certain type of female's eye. So those type of guys are gonna talk to women on the street and they're gonna succeed with the women that are entertaining and into those things. So in that situation, cool. But as far as, like I said, it feels more, I think it gives it more of a safe haven. You're in the comfort of your home. You're either on your laptop or on your phone, texting this person. Y'all getting to know each other. Then y'all switch numbers. So you can kind of see the vibe and energy. And for a man, I think it works great for a man because, like I said, unless you're one of those dudes that are using your financial possessions to capture a woman, which most of the time, 9 times out of 10, you're only gonna catch a certain type of female. You know what I'm saying? Not all real women are gonna go for these material possessions, which I would hope they don't, because just because you have material possessions, just because you are good and well off financially, doesn't make you a good partner, doesn't make you considerate, doesn't make you reliable, doesn't make you loving, doesn't make you coachable. You could be a very insecure person. You just have material possessions. You might not know how to be romantic. You might not know how to treat a female. So females, let's not look at these men with these material possessions that they're flashing. So I'm not saying that it's wrong for men to have nice things. I'm not saying that at all. But you could tell when a man is kind of using that to entice a female, especially when he's trying to talk to you and pick you up on the street. But certain women are gonna go for that, and that's okay. Nothing's wrong with that. There's a lane for everybody. So, like I was saying, I'm not going against the dating situation. I think it's actually a good idea, the dating app. I feel like it opens up more avenue. Why not have more resources to add to meeting somebody and connecting? You might meet somebody, you might be from Brooklyn, this person might be from Queens. You probably would have never bumped into each other on an everyday, regular basis. So sometimes that's why I feel like it definitely comes in handy. Now, once you meet these people on the app now, so back to, let me not get sidetracked because I can do, I have to do a certain video just for dating apps. But so her question was, her friend was feeling like she didn't know if she should be trusting her gut and her instincts because to her, the guy was moving a certain way, right? And the reason why a lot of us probably don't trust our gut and our instincts because we are not sure. And we're not sure because we're not really working on ourselves. Like, knowledge is key. Knowledge is potential power, social media world. Applying the knowledge is full power. You have to open up your mind and expand it, because if you know, you know, and if you don't, you don't. So the more you know in the areas you would like to know, or let me say the areas that better you. You know what I'm saying? You should kind of go for a balanced, versatile persona as you. You get what I'm saying? So if you were working on yourself, you would trust your gut and your instincts, and you would know that I'm confident, I'm sure, I have high standards, I know what I'm looking for, I know what I'm not looking for. I see these signs that this person is doing, or certain things that this person is not doing that I would like a person who I'm entertaining to be doing, or I feel should be done. Everybody's different. Another thing, when you get into the brand new dating scene, make your intentions strong and out there. Now, it's not coming on strong. You might say, well, listen, I just met this person. I'm not going to tell them this, that, and the third. Okay, yes, maybe not that first day, but maybe you kind of should though. Maybe you got to feel the vibe and the energy, because remember, you don't know this person from anywhere. Everybody's trying to put on their best foot forward. Everybody's trying to it's like you're selling yourself. It's like you're selling yourself. So you really have to pay attention. And this is even more where you should be your 100% self, because you don't know this person. So whether it works out now or doesn't work out, guess what? You have nothing to lose at this stage. So be your raw, organic, authentic self. Feel the vibe and the energy. You could kind of feel it. You would know if you feel like you want to have another conversation with this person after, you let them know your intentions or why you're on a dating app. What are you looking for with this dating app? Are you looking for a serious relationship? Then when you get into these little details of what you guys looking for, you could kind of know. So now once you tell this person what you're looking for and this person tells you back, if what they tell you and what you're seeing as the days progress or the weeks progress or the months progress, if what they told you in the beginning is not adding up to what you are seeing, then something is wrong. Something is clearly wrong. It could be a possibility that they could just be that absent-minded, because there are times that some people are just, they're not doing it intentionally. And when somebody's not doing something intentionally, I can work with that because I'm going to address it. And if you weren't doing it intentionally, after I address it, we should be able to communicate, rectify it, and everybody's on the same program because you weren't doing it intentionally. You follow me, right? So you have to address, once you see, wait, you hold up. This person told me that they was coming on this dating app and they're looking for this. Now I've been talking for this person for 2-3 weeks now, and they're moving kind of funny. Their actions is not representing and displaying what they initially told me in the beginning. That's a sign. Now, once you pay attention and you peep that, then you address this person again. You address them and you tell them this, that, and the third, and you see what's going on. But you have to put people in the hot seat. Like I said, you just met this person. You have nothing to lose. Be your raw, organic, authentic self. You cannot be that insecure, immature, where you try to be the best unless you have other intentions and motives, and which a lot of people do. And this is why I tell people, pay attention. Because if your motives and intentions is just to get laid, just to get whatever, then you're going to move a certain way. You don't really care because you're manipulating. Everything is going off at the seat. So the other party now has to pay attention, because people will sell you a dream just to get what they want. So you have to really pay attention. But I always suggest, and I'm speaking more to the females right now, put them in the hot seat. Make your intentions known. Let them make their intentions well known. and then you watch their actions. You pay attention. You don't dumb yourself down to meet their level. Now, if some people don't know, they don't know. Then you could step back, help them up if they're willing to be helped, and then we grow together. But always be raw, authentic, and organic when you first meet somebody. You have nothing to lose. You have nothing to lose. Now you could say, if this works, you met me like this, I met you like this, we're gonna be raw and grow together. Not everything you're gonna like. Like I said, you wanna get into the habit, let's do what works. You have to do what works, not what you're used to doing. Just because you were used to doing something, that does not mean it works, social media world. This is why you have to work on yourself. This is why you have to expand your mind, read some books, become very, very self-aware. You are with yourself until the day they bury you 6 feet under. If there's anything you should be wanting to do more on this earth, is getting to know yourself. Get to know what makes you tick and what triggers you, and learn to do what works, social media world. So that's why I'm going back to what my friend had told me about her friend. When you're not working on yourself, you're not going to be sure, because it's like your brain is telling you, whoa, this looks a certain way. But then your heart, or what you think is your heart, but which really is that fear, is telling you, well, oh, maybe it's just this, and you're making excuses, but you kind of really know deep down inside. Work on yourself. Put that person on the hot seat. Tell and express your intentions, why you're in this, why you came on this dating site, why I'm talking to you. Let's put pride and ego aside and be raw, be organic, be authentic, be raw. Tell them what they need to hear. You only, it's your loss. If the more information you withheld for yourself because you don't want them to know, that's a loss for you, because you're wasting time. Be a raw self. If they don't like you, so what? You know how much people is out there? So what? You rather pretend so they can like you, and then 2-3 years from now, when you get tired of pretend because this is who you really are, it's problems, man. So work on yourself. The more you work on yourself, you won't look for outside validation from people. You won't be calling friends. You'll probably call them just to hear another perspective. Because let me tell you something, social media world. And I'm going to do another video on this, what I'm about to say. When you're in shit, when you're standing and you're sitting in shit for so long, you don't know how bad that shit smells, because you're in it. But everybody walking by, people from the outside in is walking by like, man, you can't smell that shit. Same thing, like even a different analogy. When you're in a picture frame and you're in the picture, you can't see the picture clearly because you're in it. But the person looking at the frame outside, looking within, they can see everything. Another analogy, like say if somebody's playing chess or somebody's playing a game and you're standing above them. You're reading the board, you seeing a whole bunch of moves that they not seeing, or maybe they are seeing, but you can't clearly talk about it because they're playing somebody else. But they're seeing the board from on the playing field, where you're seeing the board from up above, you're not playing. So there's less pressure on you. So sometimes, I say all that to say this, and gave all those analogies to say that sometimes it is good just to vent and hear an outside perspective, because listen, nobody's perfect. No matter how much we work on ourselves, we're gonna slip, we're gonna fail, we're gonna have temporary defeats, we're gonna get sad sometimes. This is life. But the more you work on yourself, the quicker you bounce back. It doesn't stick, it doesn't stay. So to that person, I would say put that person on the hot seat, question them, ask them, yo, your intentions was this, but you're moving like that. If they get defensive, if it turns into an argument, cut them off. You know they're full of shit. Sincere, J Red, Flatbush, Brooklyn. You already know. I hope that answered your question, and Till the next time. You.